if you go into your local bookstore or book section and you look at all these books with these cringy names,
Mm-hmm.
like if you crack one of them baddies open and just flip through a few pages, you're gonna see some stuff that's gonna make you want to eat Tide Pods, as Corjo says. Hey, how would you like to tell your audience about your recent adventures in fantasy novels?
Yeah. Don't know if I want to.
Yeah, just tell them all about it.
If y'all go to the book section at Walmart, y'all can pick up some of the books there and just open up.
Wait a minute. Start at the beginning, though. Start at how your awareness to this came to be.
Okay, I was recommended a book series by a few people, but what I didn't know at the time was how much dirty stuff is in those books. So I thought this was just a fantasy series and maybe with a little romance mixed in. I didn't know what I was getting into when I was recommended this. So I'm flipping through the pages and I see some of the craziest, foulest stuff on those pages. And maybe y'all will call me a little bit sensitive or a weenie, but I did not think that stuff was going to be in those books. I was not prepared, and the people who recommended this series to me did not tell me how foul they got. Someone said, yeah, there's a few spicy scenes in them, but you can just flip through the pages if you want to and get past them. You know, I expected a little bit, right? I went into expecting...
Overalls, I think. Yep,
Overalls, the
overalls.
vanilla skin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody got him. My mouth drops open at some of the stuff I'm reading on these pages, and I think, well, this isn't too bad. I can just flip through if it gets too bad and skip these scenes, get back to the story, right? So I start flipping through some more pages in another book in that series, and it got worse. Oh, it got so much worse. And it's not like it's just, ooh, a little steamy something here. This is foul, bad, graphic, nasty perversion. Editing me here. I want to clarify that we're not here to drag spicy books as a whole. What we are talking about are those specific books often found in the dark fantasy or dark romance corners of BookTok where things start to cross a line. We're talking about scenes that are framed as romantic or seductive, but if you actually read them closely, the dynamic is not consensual, and it's actually disgusting. It's aggressive, deeply uncomfortable, and instead of being challenged or acknowledged, it's often glorified in these books. As Josh mentioned in this video, it's kind of like that thing in some anime where a character looks like a literal child, but they're technically 500 years old. So it's somehow supposed to be okay. It's supposed to be fine, right? Or when a female character is clearly being forced into something, but it's written as though she doesn't want it now, but she'll like it eventually, right? Y'all get what I'm saying? This is what a lot of these books do, and it's foul. It is absolutely foul. There's no consent. It's just disturbing, and yet the narrative tries to make it... I'm having to really hold back as to not get demonetized, so please forgive me. Basically, desirable. And here's the thing, y'all. It doesn't stop there. After this video was filmed, because I'm voicing this over right now, an Australian author was actually arrested for creating a book involving these exact kinds of harmful fantasies. And this proves our point in this video. This shows how quickly this kind of glorification can cross into extremely real, dangerous territory. So once again, if y'all love spicy books, that's fine. But loving spice doesn't mean we have to accept these bad narratives that blur or erase consent. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. So y'all can go to the book section in Walmart, right? Y'all can go pick up all these books.
It's pornography is what it is.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it. I was trying to word it in another way. But
well, that's the most, just to speak it plain, as a wise man once said, that's what it is.
Our employee, yeah, from the farm.
Yeah, just to speak it out plain.
To Yornses.
Yeah, that stuff is crazy, man. I had no idea. I mean, I knew that like Game of Thrones had some crazy stuff in it, but I didn't know that it was like widespread in all these romantic fantasy novels to be like filthy, dirty, just the most graphic, detailed scenes that you could possibly imagine, and it's just like you can go buy them in Walmart.
Yeah.
Crazy. I had no idea that was a thing.
Me neither. I had no idea. I had heard of BookTok, and of course, I had heard of spicy novels and whatnot, but I didn't know how huge this was. The fact that you can go to Walmart, like we were just saying, and pick up these books, and they're disguised as just fantasy, and then you open them up, and they're straight up, y'all know what, and it's really foul. And look, the stuff in here, I'm not shaming y'all for like reading some steamy stuff. If y'all want to do that, go ahead and do it. But what I'm saying is this stuff is really, really...
Yeah, it's not just like a romantic Fabio, buff man sweeping her off her feet and taking her to the bedroom or anything like that.
No.
This is like insane. Insane. Like stuff that I can't really talk about on YouTube, but just like, oh my God.
It's foul, y'all. It's so foul.
It's like female goonery is what it is. I think I could say that on YouTube. It's for female gooners.
That's acceptable language, yeah. It's a girl. It's a girl, and she's green, and she's got on headphones.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Aside from it just being graphic, it's how they go about it. Today we went to the Walmart book section again, and we picked up some of these books, and y'all can tell by the covers and the titles what kind of business is going to be going down in said books. But what's crazy is the very first page, I can just randomly flip through any of these books, no matter which one I pick up, and the very first page is absolute just XXX rated foulness. And it's bad.
It's so bad. Like, I'm not a Puritan by any means. Like, I love stuff like Conan the Barbarian and, just like all kinds of stuff that's got, suggestive type stuff in it. But like this is way, way, way beyond that. This is like, it's gooner material is exactly what it is. And it's like, I'm trying to think of a way that it's like sadomasochistic.
Yep, that's what I was saying in Walmart earlier. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not just vanilla, steamy stuff. It's like, it's really dark.
Exactly, it's dark. It's not like it's just a little steamy graphic stuff. The fact how dark the stuff is what really bothers me. It's not consensual. I'm struggling because I'm trying to not really say anything as to not get demonetized.
It's hard to talk about what it is without saying something that might get you demonetized.
Right.
But it is so bad, and it's so prevalent that it's in the Walmart book section next to books about Taylor Swift and manga and stuff. Like it's insane.
And it's full of that stuff. The book section there is full of it. There's loads of that stuff.
Yeah, it's probably what, 70%, maybe 50% of the books that are there.
Yep.
If you go into your local bookstore or book section and you look at all these like books with these cringy names, like if you crack one of them baddies open and just flip through a few pages, you're gonna see some stuff that's gonna make you want to eat Tide Pods, as Corjo says.
It's not like I knew anyone who read these books to tell me about them or give me an insight on this BookTok.
this culture.
Right, on this culture, if that makes any sense. So it's not like I knew what to expect really going into it, but it is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's like as dirty as it gets, but it's just in book form, so it can be concealed on a store shelf,
Right.
Like the kind of stuff that's in there would never be allowed in a video game or a movie that would or a movie that would be shown in theaters or anything like that. It's as bad as like internet stuff,
It's bad, but it's just in book form on paper.
That's so strange, and it's something that neither one of us really knew that much about.
Right.
There's a whole culture around it, I guess. Did you get killed?
No.
But I had no idea. that stuff like that was so prevalent. Are you the killer?
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It's me.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
Oh my! Josh, ain't
Hell
no
yeah!
way.
Hell
GG. Josh cooked on that one. Josh cooked, ate, and left no crumbs.
I went pop, pop, pop.
Josh popped me. I'm not saying these books shouldn't be published, even though I don't agree with them morally because they're not consensual, usually. Look, it's none of my business what you read.
Or if they are, it's through a technicality, you
Yeah.
know? It's like those perverted anime where it's it looks like a little girl, but it's a 1,000-year-old dragon. It's like that, but for like a woman getting like
Don't get me
manhandled.
demonetized, Josh.
I'm not. I'm trying to put it as delicately as I can. Manhandled against her will, but like it's also not against her will. You know, it's like it's crazy.
It is crazy, and it is
is
foul.
It is. It's horrible.
This stuff should not be sold where children can pick it up. Like, this is something that should be sold either online somewhere or at a dirty bookstore. I don't know, something like that. But
yeah,
call us babies if y'all want to, but these books are foul.
Should at least have its own section, you know.
Josh, not you being killer down there.
I am killer, and I'm throwing so hard. There's no sense in even trying on this map. It's just pathetic.
Yeah, this is a hard map to be killer on.
That's something that's crazy to me is that it's not just a like a short. It's like these big tomes of fantasy novels, and like probably 70% of it is like smut.
Yeah.
I don't know how somebody sits down and writes because I know how I'm getting into fantasy writing myself.
Josh has been cooking lately.
It takes a lot of time to sit and write. Damn it!
I don't know how I got out of that one.
Me neither, but I deserve to die at this point. Kill me, somebody. Kill me, kill me, kill me.
Help me, help me, help me. Well, somebody did it. Somebody gart Josh.
Yeah, that was awful. Oh.
Josh, it's hard to be killer on that map. You can't blame yourself.
Through, y'all. There's easier ways to goon than reading an 800-page fantasy novel. I'll say that. That's crazy.
It's crazy. Well, some of those that I picked up at Walmart today, they're not even fantasy at that point. It's just every single page is straight down to the dirty, if you know what I mean. There's no filler in there at all. There's no few pages of battle and fantasy and dragons and I don't know, magic. No, it's just page after page. To the point where, as I said earlier, you can just flip to any page and then it's just absolute foulness all the way up and down, top to bottom, foulness.
Yeah. I don't know. It threw us. It's kind of thrown us both for a loop just because it's so bad and so readily available. There's nothing really to compare it to other than like maybe a controversial movie. There might be some movies that have some wild stuff in it that Walmart sells, but it's like there's no outrage around it. It's just like normal.
Yeah. And I think it's because it's in book format too is why it's so normal. It's not seen as, and not just is it not seen as bad, but people like us, you don't really recognize it as bad. If you don't know about it, then it's very easily hidden, you know.
I just didn't know it was that bad and that graphic.
Help me, help me, help me. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain.
I'm in so much pain. I passed him 2 or 3 times and he wasn't doing anything. Like, I am a very free speech person. I don't think they should be, I think they should be allowed to be published, but I almost think that there should be like some kind of rating system or something because that stuff is insane. And I could see like some grandma picking that up for her like 12-year-old granddaughter or something, thinking it's a cool fantasy book for young ladies. Oh, come on.
Oh no, Josh.
But yeah, It's insane, and it's not just a little crazy. It's not just steamy. It's not just uh romantic descriptions of bedroom scenes or anything like that. It is like mind-boggling, jaw-dropping foulness, and
Yes.
I just really think they should have their own section or be marked as explicit fantasy or something like that. You know, it shouldn't be there with all the normal Taylor Swift books and stuff.
Right. Where anybody can pick it up.
Yeah. And also, just as a general rule, I think it's bad. I mean, I know that some people just enjoy that kind of stuff and stuff like that, but it's not like something that should just be in polite society out and about. You know,
Yeah.
that should be, if you want to read stuff like that, but there should probably be websites for it like there are
Mm-hmm.
if you want to watch videos like that, if you know what
Right.
I mean.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's not like that doesn't belong on a store shelf that's not like an adult store shelf, I don't
Yeah,
think.
that's accessible to children. Let's just say bad movies, right? Movies you go
Yeah.
to, you have to go to
Yeah.
a store specifically for that kind of stuff. You can't go to Walmart and buy movies like that, but you can go to Walmart and buy books that are just as bad. It's just in book format.
Yeah. It's not good. And I know it might be kind of hard to delineate between like something like Game of Thrones, it's an actual story that has that kind of stuff in it versus the stuff that's just there to have that stuff in it.
Let's talk about something wholesome,
Okay, what do we want to talk about?
like
I'm
cheeseburgers or
open.
something.
Cheeseburger tier lists.
Yeah, another cheeseburger tier list.